Yo, crime has been crazy around the country, and sometimes you just gotta know how to defend yourself. Active self protection is a channel I've been watching for a really long time, and sometimes it has great how you say tips, tactics, suggestions on how to protect yourself, and sometimes you just get crazy clips overall of different people in these situations. And this one's called "First Theft Victim puts thief over hood of car." My dad just texted me. Not gonna answer that right now. Yeah, we're gonna see what's up with this video. We're gonna see John Korea's takes. If you guys ever wanna like watch some crazy videos on like people protecting themselves against like criminals and stuff like that, watch Active Self Protection. You might learn a thing or two too, as well. You might learn a thing or two too on this channel. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link for the video in my basement so you guys can check it out, and let's watch the video.
We're gonna see a very interesting use of a car. This deadly force, was it self-defense?
Hell yes! Hell yes, it was self-defense.
Hi everyone, welcome to Active Self-Protection. I'm very glad you're here. I am your host, John Korea. Today's evidence-based defensive lesson comes to us from Durban in South Africa. Today's video is brought to us by 360 Hazardous.
I think like with the rise in crime over the country in like certain places, people are just getting fed up. People are just getting fed up of being robbed and stabbed and assaulted and shit like that, that they are going to use any means necessary to get back at like the criminal. So that's just to be how you say realize.
Trusted resource for trauma.
That's expected.
Environmental cleanup and remediation.
Everyday people encounter these unimaginable.
Oh, this is an ad. Sorry, John Korea. I'm gonna have to skip your sponsorship.
To the right is just about leaving the shopping center. These two guys just kind of pick her as a victim of opportunity, and they're gonna first try to carjack her. And
I wonder if this is in America, because like sometimes on this channel they show videos from like Brazil and like Africa and like all over the world, pretty much. I wonder if this is actually in the States right now.
So they're going to open her car door, try to jerk her out of the car, but she's wearing her seatbelt. They can't get her out. So instead, they decide to steal her purse. And then, okay, they're going to run off. Well, she kind of sees red at that point and then drives off after and says, "You're not getting away with that."
Yeah. Oh, screw that guy.
Chased everything down. Well,
damn.
A bunch of hullabaloo about this, whether she was going to be in trouble for running that.
Hell no.
That dude actually lived. He was pretty shook up and pretty beat up from it, but he didn't die of his injuries.
Yo, that was ballsy.
Who kind of chased getting away with that? You see,
boom.
Well, she kind of sees red at that point and then drives off after and says, "You're not getting away with that." You see her just absolutely
nails him.
See right there at the bottom of the screen, there was a cop.
Crime doesn't pay.
Down. Well, she did an interview. There was a whole bunch of hullabaloo about this, whether she was going to be in trouble for running that guy over. That dude actually lived. He was pretty shook up and pretty beat up from it, but he didn't die of his injuries.
Damn.
So they transported him to the hospital, and he's facing a bunch of charges.
The sad thing is, he's going to try to sue her for what she did after robbing the lady.
And there is an update from the district attorney who said basically they are not going to charge her with anything. We got a lot of lessons.
That's a good DA.
I really hope that you come over to Active Self-Protection Extra and are watching John's briefs every week, where we talk about legal and moral self-defense and how you stay out of trouble like this woman might be in. So just a normal day when she's kind of...
Well, she's not in trouble. John Korea, she's not in trouble. The DA dropped charges. Well, then again, I guess she could get sued.
They gotta have a gate or whatever. And of course, you guys know I'm gonna say number one, lock your dang doors, man. Now, I think she probably had to have her window down in order to kind of use the ticketing thing to get out of this parking area. But I can't tell you enough. You gotta lock your doors and pay attention to what's going on in your world, because had she seen these guys coming, she might not have rolled her window down, and that might have been a better choice for her to not have to deal with these guys coming in. And again, once they get the door open, now your biggest barrier to being taken out of your car has been used up and been abrogated. So please, lock your doors, pay attention to your world. Now, they don't get her out of the car. Hallelujah on that. They do decide to steal her purse, which is heinous and wrong. And, these guys put the quarter in the jukebox so they can dance to the tune. Now, I do want to note here this SUV that shows up.
She had a direct
get rid of these guys.
Beeline towards that guy.
Have a discussion with yourself and your loved ones about what your boundaries are for entering into third-party encounters. And the reason I want you to have this discussion ahead of time is because if you don't have it ahead of time, then you won't know how you're going to respond, and you won't know what your boundaries are, and you'll have to come up with them in the moment. Instead, having it ahead of time lets you know what the best solution is for you and what you're willing to get involved in.
See, that's the thing. Like, when you're thrown into these situations, you really don't know how you're going to act. You're really not going to be prepared. You haven't played these scenarios out in your head. So you really don't know what's going to happen. It could go either way. But like, if you have a gun on you, you're going to go through, oh, should I shoot this guy? Should I not? But like, if the guy has a gun, if the guy pulls a knife on you, you better shoot his ass, to be honest.
Some people are high responders, some people are low responders. Just really know who you are and what is good and best for you and for your family. Now, she is going to run off towards
He's like,
these guys.
hell
Okay,
no.
But I also want to recognize here before we get there is look at our second guy who's next to that white car, and he's just immediately trying to carjack someone else. And this is where I say,
oh my Lord,
right? They should not have access to your car. And when I get in the car, first thing we do when we talk about getting in the car to leave somewhere, let's go. First thing you do, lock your doors. That's literally the first thing you do so that you are not a victim of this kind of violence.
yeah.
Now, they do that and do a good job, and they're able to drive away. Now, of course, what we really got to think about here is she chased this guy down and hit him with her car. I want you to recognize this as a use
Hell
of deadly
yes.
force. She is taking an action, running him over the car at some significant speed, put him over the hood.
She
over the
GTA'd that guy.
all that stuff.
After she got GTA'd.
Highly likely to put him in the hospital, if not kill him. And so, when do we use deadly force? We use deadly force to protect life. We use deadly force when we have no other option in order to stop an immediate deadly threat against us and ours. I don't think this meets that qualification. And I get it. You know, again, I don't have any sympathy for this jerk who stole from her. But and I know some people are saying, hey, she had her keys in there, she had her wallet with her ID, so he knows her address, he can go to her house. That's all speculation as to what's to come. What's he really looking for in there? Cash, credit cards, maybe to use, phone that he can kite, something like that. Valuables that he can get rid of quickly to get what he wants. And so, it's
Yo, man, if someone stole my wallet or anything with like my personal information in it, I'm freaking out. If I saw that guy who had my wallet who just jacked me, like run off, and I'm in a car, I'm running him down. Unless there's like more people in the vicinity that could possibly be in danger for me, like trying to run him down, I probably wouldn't do that. But I'd stay really, really, really close until I find an opportunity to do so.
It's highly doubtful that that's going to be a problem. Pretty please don't do this in the United States. It's highly likely you chase this guy down.
Oh, yeah,
car
this-
and those things that you could face criminal charges, and I don't want that to happen to you. I'm glad she didn't because this guy's a jerk, and this is kind of that he needed his butt kick defense. And in some places and in sometimes that's going to work, but you're putting yourself at the mercy of somebody who is not necessarily a good person and not necessarily on your side to do that. And so I don't want you to get jammed up in that kind of environment. And again, I'm not no love lost.
So is this?
No, hey man, we have to be careful with.
Is this not in the United
Sometimes
States?
it hurt. This time it really did. But I don't want you to end up getting charged. I don't want you as the good person to go too far. Use deadly force to protect life, and we can use ordinary force to get our property back and to stop pure property crimes. When they were carjacking her and trying to pull her out of the car, that absolutely is a threat to her life. Deadly force would have been 100% authorized there. Here, I don't see the justification for it. I'm glad the DA's like, yeah, whatever, that guy's a jerk and he earned what he got. That's fine, but I wouldn't count on that to cover your ass.
Yeah. Sometimes the DAs could be like iffy, but the DA was good in that case because that guy deserved that shit, bro. Man, like I think that's one thing that criminals kind of want to count on, like people not retaliating against them in any sort of way because of the laws. But like I said before, people are getting fed up. Some people are just fed up. And if you use force against them, if you do wrong to them, people are starting to retaliate, man. People are starting to retaliate, and it's a good thing because like in a lot of places, like the police aren't doing their job. The police aren't doing their job, or they're limited to what they can do. And in a lot of cases, some of these criminals get away. So can you really blame the citizenry? Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about active self-protection. Like I said, it's a good channel. If you want to check it out, link in my basement to the video. Then you can go over to the channel. Yeah. If you like the video, like, subscribe, comment, and peace out.